Hey agents, welcome to another tip and tool from Real Digital Agents, Paul Duplessis. Just stepped out of a call with one of our clients and they're doing incredibly well. Their website traffic is massive, their Facebook ad campaigns are doing really well, they're getting all the activity they could ever wish for. The biggest problem is that they don't know how to use it, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to utilize all this data, all this traffic, all this activity and everything that they're doing. How do you perform as an agent? How do you close deals? How do you get your presentation across? And how do you get money to keep this going and get better activity on Facebook? The biggest thing that comes up for us is in terms of looking at how to get VPA for your Facebook advertising campaigns. It all starts with, what are you currently doing? What kind of ads are you running? Are you running ads? Are you not running ads? Are you just doing the normal flick a switch out of your CRM and it goes to some place and it runs an ad in somebody else's ad manager? You get a report at the end of the week, it's gone to wherever, and you don't really have any traction on what do you do with it. The next one is, do you have enough data? Do you have a track record that you can show when you're presenting for VPA, when you're trying to get a listing? Do you own this data? Is it something that you personally or your office actually owns and can utilize, or is it just numbers on a sheet that some outsourced company has done for you, some outsourced ad manager? Do you actually own this data? Do you own your pixel data? Do you own your Facebook advertising data in your own ad manager, your video tracking data? Do you have all that? And the next big thing is, are you doing something differently in your Facebook advertising to all the norms? You know, the general consensus is that most people are just flicking a button on their CRM, it's going forward to Facebook, it's running an ad, you maybe get a couple of previews of what you want to do and change a couple of this and that, and it's generally a picture with a heading and some text, and it goes out, and they're getting sold on the fact that it might be artificial intelligence or something like that. And they've got some magnificent system that gets you incredible impressions, but at the end of the day you've got nothing because it's run through somebody else's ad manager. You might get some traffic to your website where you can collect pixels, but you don't have that set or sort out, you've got nothing either there. So what are you doing? Are you doing it differently where you can actually utilize what you need to utilize to convince the vendors that you've got something different to offer and you've actually got some sort of power and data at your fingertips that you can utilize? Now, something to do with the data is becoming really important, and this ownership of the data when you want to present, because otherwise it's all numbers, and what do you do with it? So important with the data is you need to know the traffic and the website traffic. Do you have the website traffic to utilize in your presentation? Do you have pixel data that you own that's not owned by somebody else? Do you have Facebook ad performance data that you can utilize? And do you have video engagement? And the final one is your Facebook page audiences. Are you tracking all that data? Do you actually have it, and can you utilize it going further on? Now, having all this data gives you incredible power to put down and explain to the vendor exactly what you can do with it, how you can remarket, how you can retarget, how you're capturing these buyers within your Facebook data, and how you can reuse it. Now, there's many other ways to do Facebook advertising, like I said, in terms of clicking a button, outsourcing. As long as it's not in your own ad manager, you're actually losing out every single day. Clicking a button, going with any one of these softwares that promise artificial intelligence, that they've got the magic formula that their system does it. In actual fact, Facebook has that magic formula. Facebook has that own artificial intelligence. It'll do all the work for you. All they're doing is they've got a system that plugs it into Facebook. Facebook does all the work for them. They've told Facebook what to do, and it sends out a great traction ad. But ultimately, you've got nothing. You haven't gained anything except for exposure on your property, which is great, but it could not be the right exposure. It could be a general exposure. You know, they can promise that it's getting great click-throughs, and often there's a whole lot of content and copy that's important to make sure your ads are actually performing and getting through the buyers that are qualified, not just anybody who's willing to click on an ad. And Facebook will often deliver what you ask for, and sometimes if you just want somebody to click on an ad, it'll deliver to all the people that want to click on an ad. Now, I know we've spoken about a lot of stuff here. What we're looking to do in the next couple of days is we're going to be releasing a series of 7 different tips in terms of how to place decent Facebook ads yourself, how to get them going, what mistakes are happening in terms of the industry, in terms of Facebook and what agents are making and getting duped into making, because they think they're getting great numbers, great traction, and they can show that forward. But any time of the day, an agent that we've worked with that's got the data, that owns the data, that knows how to use the data, can walk into a presentation with all that traffic and say, we can do this, this, and this. Can any other agent do it? Can they remarket effectively without somebody else remarketing through their audiences and getting that going? So it's critically important that you get a lot of steps right. So in the next couple of days, we're going to be doing 7 tips to break 7 big mistakes that's happening out in the industry right now, and to give you control as an agent or an office for your agents to get better at presenting for VPA and showing the vendors that you've actually got some sort of activity in digital and got some control in terms of what you're doing. Look out for it. We'll be releasing one every day for the next 7 days. If you want to know how to get VPA, Peter Gilchrist has done a great training session for 45 minutes. You can use it in your office. You can show anybody. We'll put the link below in the comments section for you to have a look at. Go and have a look, and it's a great video in terms of, and training session in terms of how to get VPA. We'll be showing a couple other points over the next 7 days and what data to use and how to use it. Look out for it. Look forward to speaking to you. Cheers.